What a day. What a day. Okay. Oh, here, I'll take it. Come on. What's up? What's up? March 30th, 1:18 p.m. We're going to Lower East Side Manhattan to meet with our friend Joe, and we're just gonna shoot photos for a bit and probably talk about shooting photos. Perfect timing. Look who it is.
When was the last time I saw you? Drive down the south and then fly back. I'll tell you what.
Yeah?
There has not been a good iPhone camera since the 6S.
Yeah.
Literally, that was the best camera.
Well, because they changed the sensors. What's the most asked question you get, and what's the answer?
In reference to like taking photos on the street or here in New York City, it's can you take someone's photo on the street without their permission? The quick and easy answer is absolutely. These streets, we own the streets. It is completely legal for you to take a photo of anything or anybody in public space. The person you're taking a photo of might not like it, they might hate it, they might try to punch you, but you are well within your right to document and photograph anything on the street. So, boom, there it is, folks. You heard it here first. Swipe up to subscribe.
And don't forget, we have a Weed Week coming. Today we're kind of just sticking to iPhone, not being like in people's face with like a real camera, keeping it simple. Joe, what are you doing right now? Are you just holding the phone in front of you and snapping?
Yeah. So like one of my techniques that I use quite a bit is you can take photos with the volume buttons. I'm sure everybody knows that. Oftentimes, whether it's like somebody sitting on a bench and I'm standing up, my phone is down at my hip, which is at the person on the bench's face level. So I'll hold my phone like this, and then I'm taking photos just by pressing the lower volume button.
Nice.
There's times where like somebody's at a crosswalk, and I'll act like I'm talking on the phone, but I'm taking photos of Andrew right now. So those are two techniques that I use that are very easy to kind of blend in and not be super flashy.
And get like a candid style.
It's fantastic. They're not expecting, like there's people walking by us right now, I'm gonna take their photo as we're talking. I could have easily done this and they would have seen it or not seen it, it would have been fine, but
it's all candid though.
It's all candid. See that? Look at that eye right there.
Who's that guy? Nailed it?
I think so. Sometimes you just make mistakes and you don't get it or you don't hold the phone. See, this is why I miss the 6S. The 8, especially the lighting conditions are trash right now. It's great, but I miss the 6S before they started adding the dual camera
and the Sony sensors and all that.
I still have the iPhone 7, which I got for free.
Nice.
And look, it's got a huge crack going along it. So
dude, custom.
But
custom.
Apple, if you want to sponsor me,
That's a nice smokestack. Nice.
remember, I don't know whether it's New York, LA, wherever you are, for the most part, most people aren't going to care that you're taking photos of them. There are the few people who are like maybe having a bad day, they don't want their photo taken. just always remember to be respectful.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a douchebag.
Just like that.
Smoked that guy. He didn't even care. He looked right at me. Locked eyes with what I was doing. Had no care in the world that his photo was being taken.
Boom.
Oftentimes that's going to be the case.
Fear not.
Fear not.
All right, we gotta stay to that spot forever, but now we're going. Where are we going?
I think we're heading to Chinatown.
Just straight up.
Okay, so Joe, you talked about like how it's okay to shoot in public. We own the streets, I think you said.
Yeah.
What about people that maybe shouldn't be caught on film?
Yeah.
What about kids? Someone that might be
Sure.
homeless, something like that. Is there anything that's off limits?
Yeah, I think there is, and this is.
I feel like it's a lot of common sense almost.
Yeah, I don't think children are off limits. I mean, we live in an incredibly. A lot of people have their viewpoints on this, but I can't wait to be a father someday. I love my nieces and nephews. Oftentimes, children can evoke a sense of way about life that's just incredibly beautiful. I've seen moments on the street where kids are playing. Obviously, I think that photographing kids on the street, you have to be very, very careful. Some of my favorite photographs that they've ever taken has been children playing in the streets. When I went to Cuba, dude, there were kids playing stickball in the streets. And that was like my first time really kind of approaching a group of children on the streets playing, and they were incredibly warm and incredibly welcoming. Me coming into their space and photographing them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that here in New York City. I don't think they're off limits. I think, like you mentioned, I can be respectful with that. In terms of homeless people, I heard somebody say it, I think it was actually on your podcast, photographing homeless people, they're just an easy target.
Yeah.
And once he said that, I was like, whoa. That was very helpful for me to kind of see that perspective.
Yeah.
But also, I'm also down for photographing every area, every aspect, every take of life.
Yeah.
I don't think any
It's part of the city, right?
It is part of the city.
Same with the street performers, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big part of the subway experience. Performers, like on the train,
But like, I think it's so weird, and this is part of the bigger conversation. What is photography if there's things that are off limits? I don't consider myself a street photographer. I don't consider myself a landscape photographer. I don't consider myself a portrait photographer. I'm out here just photographing life. If it happens on the street, I want to photograph it. If it's of my wife, I'm gonna do it. If it's on a trip to Cuba, like I love documenting life, period. And so I have to use my discernment on being respectful. Should I photograph this or should I not? Just step back and just appreciate this moment and pull out my camera or not pull out my camera. We all have our approaches, but for me it's like, be respectful. I was talking about this Andrew earlier, but don't be a douchebag on the streets. Don't be aggressive. Don't be... And you said this just even a little bit ago when you're in India. I cannot tell you one of the easiest things taking photos on the street of people that diffuses awkwardness or tension is literally just give a smile.
Yeah, big smile.
Give a smile to somebody, and I'll tell you, especially in a city like New York, throwing a smile to somebody on the streets, or even just like, dude, somebody told me this, and it's like, it changed my perspective. How many people are in this city? 8, 9, 10 million?
9 million.
9 million people in this city. I don't often ask to take the photo of somebody, but like 10% of all my photos, I usually ask. Like, it's not a lot. When I do ask, like, hey, like, you look amazing. I love what's going on right now. Would you let me make your portrait? Almost like 97% of the time, they're like, they light up, they smile, they're so excited that
that's when the personality comes out.
Dude, it diffuses that tension, and they're, for the most part, from what I can tell, honored that I noticed them. That whatever happened in their situation at that moment, I wanted to be able to create this.
You think about how many times, just in your interaction on a daily basis in New York, how many times you go unnoticed, you know? And you think about, like, I think about my neighbors, you know, like, we live close to people who we don't really know or interact with. It's just part of the, like, sanctity of privacy in the city. Yeah. You know, part of it is like you're on a subway and you don't look at other people because it's like you're not trying to break that, like, that sense of like privacy, you know? We value that. So when you do notice somebody, it's special, right?
Right.
It's like, oh, you're acknowledging.
At the end of the day, we're literally all humans.
Yeah.
And I think what's beautiful about taking photos on the street photographs are so unbelievably relatable. Because especially in a city like New York, it's normal, it's life, it's
candid.
I love the mundane, I love the unlikely moments that get passed up. When like I lived in the Pacific Northwest and everybody was taking the exact same photos. What's so remarkable about street is that there are no moments ever that I've ever taken on the street will ever replicate themselves again. They'll never reoccur. Those moments are so quick and so fast. The split of a second, that moment comes and gone, and it's on to my perspective or your perspective to pull the trigger. And we're gonna see a moment, like we were all just shooting the same thing with this smoke. We compare all of our photos, they're all gonna be so dramatic.
So different.
Yeah,
we were literally shooting the exact same thing for 20 minutes, but none of us will have the same photo.
That's right, yeah.
And that's why I love shooting on the streets, because people move. There's a way, there's a dance about the city that is poetic and it's beautiful, and I don't know, I could talk forever about this.
Yeah, no, that's good. Used up like half the battery right there. That's
there
good.
It is. Yeah.
It's good.
Hopefully that all came out.
Yeah, we'll just keep shooting around. Exhausting, but it's like really fun. I felt like stoked and stimulated like the whole time, and I was just like, it was just constant changing all the time.
So when are you moving to New York?
You know what's crazy?
Say hey.
Hey.
Bye, Joe. Ending the day at Cubby Graham's house. So sick. Solid evening out with those guys. Not much more to do with this vlog, but tomorrow is the what?
If the pizza guy shows up while I'm out walking,
Oh yeah.
here's what you do.
Super good day. So much fun. It was just fun running around with like a couple creatives, just like shooting just to shoot. Shooting street photos, which is kind of out of my norm. I just looked through Joe's photos. He just sent them all to me. You've already seen them on the vlog, but they were amazing. Tyson's gonna give me his as well. Yeah, it's super fun being around people who are shooting, being creative, and have some sort of like drive to push more. Yeah, so much fun. The moment thing is tomorrow. I have a lot to do before then, so I am gonna get to that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this vlog and it inspires you to go and shoot stuff. Like photos, not guns.